miss you so much. I miss our pump and count sessions together. Please, come to the dark side and do it together with me. Believe me, I'm going to change. It's going to be so terrific. One injection and twice as wide. I keep the distance, but you still pin my leg. Tell me, buddy, do you recognize me? It's been a year on gear, it doesn't surprise me. Happy Pumpmas, I ripped the trend and sent it. Saying twice a week I meant it. Now I know what a fool you've been, but if you inject it now, you'd be my best friend. First Christmas, I gave you my pump. At the very next gym, you gave it away. This year, I hopped on gear. The growth will be so special. Oh, my son, I miss you so much. Please come back. Stop to cry. A crowded gym, people with focused eyes. I'm looking for you and your soul of rise. My lord, I thought you were someone to pump with me. I guess I'm afraid of natties. Natural brother with potential in his heart. A man acting like a CrossFit star. Ooh, now I found the real stuff. I'm always bigger than you. First Christmas, I gave you my pump. At the very next gym, you gave it away. This year, I hopped on gear. The growth will be so special. Maybe next year I'm going to give you or somebody else some shrimp. You don't deserve it. I don't like you anymore. I do my own thing.
we're finally good. I think I have everything open. Probably don't. This is one of my streams, which means something is fucked. But who gives a fuck? Me. I should, but no. Let me see. See, we change you to, I think it's this one. Double check. No.
Raise a baby.
Okay, now same fucking source. Thanks, OBS. Love you, babes. Ugh. Okay. This is a bit more of a spontaneous stream because I'm home. I was supposed to be, actually no, I finished class, but I thought today was yesterday's time wise. I got it all fucked up. So yeah. Anyway. Hold on. Let's have to fix something. It's on my desk. Nothing to do with stream. Okay. So we have some React slop. If I'm live, I need to do React slop. We have 4 videos lined up, but they're all pretty short. Because usually we have a one like half-hour video, but I think these are all like sub 20 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes and all. So because it's me, that means realistically speaking, it's going to be about an hour and a half. And then we're going to play Clover Pit. I almost said Cloverfield. We're going to play Clover Pit for about another hour and a half, probably. Shorter, but whatever.
A Netflix show.
Yeah, I had to double check. People are boycotting Netflix now.
Netflix show CoComelon features interracial gay dads attempting to raise a baby as transgender who make the toddler dance for.
Actually, wait. Since someone did point out in one of my recent videos that my audio was really low, so I want to double check that it's right. Yeah, that seems fine. That sounds fine. I'll raise it to -5 then, because my voice still overpowers it, which is the main thing. People are boycotting Netflix. Let's see why.
For them in drag. I mean, there's no way this is real, right?
Wait,
I mean, like, there's no way.
Netflix show CoComelon features interracial gay dads attempting to raise a baby as a That's a fucking mouthful. Can I say that? Are we 10 seconds? Yeah, we're 20 seconds in. Okay, I can swear. Oh, I had to remember what CoComelon was.
I mean, there's no way this is real, right? I mean, like, there's no way.
Isn't CoComelon about, like, songs and stuff, though? Oh, it is a song.
About you. You love to get up and dance. How about you break out those moves?
Yeah, hit us with the Fortnite dance. Come on, default.
If you're not sure what to choose, think about all the things you like to do.
My favorite part about this is they gave the black guy the Killmonger haircut. You didn't have to do that.
I didn't even take that into account. I'm so used to
this haircut is how you know this was made by white women.
I'm so used to this kind of shit where it's like, oh, the black guy, like in a show, the black guy is there, so now there's hip-hop music or there's rap in the background. I don't even take notice of it anymore. Like in Assassin's Creed Shadow, when the black samurai, I can't remember his name, is on screen and they play rap music, it's like, yeah, okay.
Guaranteed. Everybody knows it. I'm just going to say it. It's so obvious.
Think about all the things you like to do.
Uh-huh.
Just be you.
Just be me.
Just be you.
When you're trying to decide.
A propeller cap. I love propeller hats. I should buy one. They're so stupid.
That's right, guys, because if you like girl things, it means that you're actually a girl.
Girl, yeah.
That's right.
And not just,
so
what
if
is
you
it, a
like
tomboy?
gardening,
No,
you're a girl.
tomboy is...
If you like cooking, you're a girl.
Femboy,
Surprise,
there you go.
If you like, if you like makeup, you're a girl. If you like wearing a dress, you're a girl. It's so interesting to me that the people who always preach about gender identity and gender being a spectrum always assume that anytime that a kid shows
like
an
black and
interest in
white.
something of the opposite gender, that the spectrum automatically goes
Yeah,
to
it's a spectrum, but there's only two choices.
trans. Isn't that interesting and weird? I think that's
Technically
crazy.
three, I guess, male,
Why is
female,
that?
trans.
Why is it that every single, like, if gender is such a massive spectrum, then why is every kid that shows an interest in something that's feminine automatically trans?
Yeah.
What is this? It
weird.
seems like there's a little bit of a logic gap here, right?
A little bit of a
What is
jump,
that?
maybe.
And anyway, it's discrimination. Well, I don't know.
Well, okay, discrimination
Anyway,
might be
so
a push.
this is another one here, and this is another kid's show on Netflix.
Is this the clip that's been going around? It's admittedly, if this is the one, I think it's been going around for about a year now, of the Transformers show.
So let's watch this one. I don't know. Oh, it gets worse. Of course. Wow, I would have never
It's
expected
like a
that.
pink Transformer.
It's hard to know who's dangerous.
Hey, Asmongold, can you turn the music up? I can almost hear the clip.
Sorry, I got to turn down this music. This is really important for us to hear this dialogue. I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
It's hard to know.
I think this is it, isn't
I like
it?
Sailor Moon. Does that make me a girl? Yeah, it is. Go to your go talk to your doctor
it'll
tomorrow,
cut your dick off.
and you should start your transition immediately. Start it as soon as possible.
Possible. Yeah, this is it.
True, though disappointing.
Hey, it's okay. I know I'm safe when I'm with my friends or other non-binary people.
This is Transformers, by the way, a show where robots fight each other to like save the Earth and shit, or to save whatever planet they're on. Because I do think sometimes they change planets. This show is about robots fighting evil robots, and they're talking about whether they're fucking non-binary or not.
Does anybody not see the irony in talking to a machine, a computer, and then trying to tell it that it's non-binary? Am I the only person that, like, I mean, this is like this is like meta.
Yeah, I get the joke,
well,
but
it's not Transformer, right?
it's
I
just,
mean,
they're robot, they're Transformers,
okay.
they're like
being trans,
human,
being
but not human.
non-binary are two different
like personality-wise,
things.
it's weird.
That's different. And so yeah, I don't know, like that's crazy to me. But anyway, let's look at this.
Fucking clankers.
People who aren't female or male. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed.
I always knew my pronouns felt right, but what a wonderful word for a wonderful experience.
Yeah. Yep.
So this is for kids.
No comment. Brain hurty.
Can you switch?
This is the same one?
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am.
You're a fucking robot.
My apologies. Please switch their piece.
I've seen this one before.
The plan. Of course.
So
Optimus Prime, my Optimus would not do that. My Optimus would say, "Shut the fuck up. We have to go fight Megatron."
people are canceling a lot of their Netflix subscriptions. This really isn't that big of a surprise. You know, again, I think this kind of stuff is very weird. And I think also, I mean, really, I mean, do parents really want to have that kind of stuff in kids' stories? I mean, I don't really think so.
It depends. I know a lot of parents who don't really care because there's this weird, like, sentiment. I don't know where it came from, but it's like, oh, they're just a kid, so the media they're consuming doesn't really matter because, oh, they're young. You know, it's just entertainment. It's like, I mean, to an extent, yeah, it's just entertainment, but if they watch enough of that entertainment, it will change them a bit, you know? Like, there's a lot of people who, now honestly, these are people like in their 20s or whatever, where their humor was kind of molded by, like, old Cartoon Network and stuff. Like, the original few seasons of SpongeBob and, you know, stuff like that. Like, it is common for, if you consume something enough as entertainment, it will kind of change you a bit. So I don't see why it's so strange, or why they find it so hard to believe now.
I think it's pretty obvious, and this is also another big issue, is that, like, if I was a parent and I was watching this, I would be uncomfortable just for the sheer reason that it's very obvious that
if I was a parent, I walked into my kid watching non-binary Transformers, I'd be like, no, you're not watching this one, you're watching the Transformers with Megan Fox. That is her name, isn't it? Yeah, you're watching the Transformers with Megan Fox, you're watching the good one.
Trying to push
you won't even be able to tell me the plot of the movie, and that's good.
Onto kids, and it's like trying to teach kids trigonometry whenever they don't understand multiplication, like, or they don't even understand adding and subtracting. Like, it's not that, like, the idea of being trans or non-binary.
Yeah, it's
like,
Megan
if
Fox.
somebody is like an adult and they have some idea in their mind, like, I usually generally try to respect what other people do and what they want to believe and how they want to see themselves. It's up to them, right? They're going to do what they want to do. And I'm not telling you you have.
Like, I don't really care what you do if it doesn't affect me personally, but I don't have to respect it.
To accept it or anything like that. I'm just telling you.
It's like, if you're going to do a line of coke, I'm not going to stop you, but, like, I'm not going to respect you either.
Like, I don't want to get in at the end of the day, I don't want to get in an argument with somebody who thinks they're trans, trying to tell them what pronouns they need to use, okay? I have so many more things in my life.
Yeah, you have so many better problems.
That's not even in my top 50, okay? So I'm not going to waste my time arguing about this, etc. Adults, sure, but leave the children alone. Yes, exactly, right? And it would make me uncomfortable as a parent when I knew that, for example, like, the amount of stuff that, like, my kid is watching is being made by adults.
Do kids even, like, watch Netflix, though? Like, I saw some... I don't use TikTok, I use Instagram Reels, but anyway. I saw some shorts that were, like... It was these guys, it was like a podcast or whatever, and they were talking to, like, the kid of one of the hosts or whatever, and they were asking them, like, oh, what cartoons do you watch? And they just didn't even know what cartoon was. They're like, cartoons. Oh, like TikTok? No, like SpongeBob. No, I don't know what that is. It's like, I think most kids just kind of, I could be wrong in saying this, I don't know. But, like, every kid I know, like, family-wise, or, like, you know, my friend's younger cousin or some shit, maybe I was at their house once, I saw them. They're not watching TV. They're watching, like, YouTube Reels, or YouTube Shorts, and, like, Cocomelon and shit. They're not actually watching cartoons. So I don't know if there's a lot of kids watching Netflix.
In order to normalize a certain gender ideology. Like, it's a fundamentally very weird thing. And I think it's also, like, just really, like, you know, parents need to be having this conversation with a kid. You know, like, a school needs to be having this type of conversation with a kid. Like, there's a reason why interactions with children about sexual topics are so highly
monitored,
controversial, taboo, and limited, right?
Yeah.
It's like, if you're a teacher and you're teaching kids this, you have to go through a bunch of different, like, you have to be a teacher. Obviously, it's hard to do. There's a lot of oversight for this. There's, like, a ton of people talking about how to do it in the right way. And so when you just take all that,
like,
and you ignore it, and you just make a TV show, and you just say, hey, if you were addressed, you're a girl, I think that you're kind of skipping a lot of steps there, right? And yeah, schools should not. I think that schools should do sex education, and I think that schools probably should teach kids at least about being gay, like, that it happens and that it exists. Like, I'm not saying that, like, for them to say, like, oh yeah, like, if you've ever, you know, liked
we kind of had that in
my
sex ed from what I remember, but it was literally just kind of glossed over, like, oh yeah, gay people exist, and, like, that's fine. And that was it. And I think that's kind of, like, as in-depth as you need to go. Maybe, like, explain what gay is, sure. But, like, you don't really need to get into it.
means that you're automatically gay, but they should teach, like, I think school, it's the same, I think schools should teach about sexuality. I think they should teach about religion, because I think schools, their responsibility is to prepare a kid for the real world, right? Like, that's the job that a school is supposed to fulfill. So a school should teach a kid about Christianity, Judaism, Islam,
even if just
Hinduism,
like the basics
Buddhism,
of them,
right? And it should teach kids about, you know, being straight, being gay, different types of like race stuff. It should teach kids about, you know, the Holocaust, about World War II, about different genocides. It should teach kids about all this stuff, communism, Soviet Russia, everything, because
Communism does
that's
come up a
what you
lot now.
need
Yeah.
in order to have an informed citizen who can vote in a way
I
that
finished
is
high
beneficial
school
for
and I was so happy because I had a fucking commie in my class, or not in my class, he was in my year, he was in some of my science classes. I was so happy to never have to see him again. I sit down in my very first lecture in college, the guy goes, oh yeah, he studied communism for the last 15 years. And I was like, God fucking damn it.
for a country, right? That's what I would say. Okay, that's my fucking opinion. I know some people might disagree, but that's where I'm at. And so that's it, true brother. But I think it's a matter of degree and order and age, right? Because teaching kids about this at 7 is very different than teaching them about it at 17. I mean, this is a very obvious truth that everybody knows. And so, yeah, that's about it. And yeah, anthropology courses do not fit education's agenda, unfortunately. Well, I don't know. I mean, a lot of times in history classes, you have a lot of overlap, etc. But yeah, they don't teach kids how to live at all. Yeah, I don't think so. But anyway,
they teach next to nothing. I'm trying to think, what did I learn from school that actually was helpful? I guess math, like basic math, and understanding how, even if just on a basic level, like how statistics and fractions and stuff works. But that might have just been me. Because at least in Ireland, there's 3 levels of math. At least normally, maybe it's different in like private schools or whatever. But in public schools, there's 3 levels of math. You have higher, you have ordinary, and then you have foundation. I was in higher, and I was told that I could have done higher. And I would have been fine, but I said, like, I don't want to spend like 3 hours a night learning fucking how to finish formulas and shit. Just bring me down to the lower level. I know I'm losing some marks at like my end of the year, but I'm fine with that. I don't care because it lets me do other things. I dropped down. Obviously, I knew how statistics and stuff worked, but it seemed like almost no one else in there did. And even every time teacher tried to explain it, it just didn't work. So I don't know if it was just me that knew them, and like obviously some other people, not just me. But was it just me that understood it, or was it the school did a good job of teaching it? I don't know. And from my knowledge, we only had 1 person in foundation for what it matters. But I also had people ask me what a percentage was. Like, what is... Literally, the question was, what is a percentage? And I was like, it's a part of something. It's a part of what? Like, anything? You know? But anyway, outside of that, English taught next to nothing. I think there should be a bigger focus on English kind of teaching you how to be more well-spoken. But it doesn't. It's like, oh yeah, here, read this fucking Shakespearean novel. Or play, sorry. Learn 50-ish quotes. I think for the actual, like, Leaving Cert, you're supposed to know 32 quotes, I think it was. Is like the sweet spot. Learn 32 quotes, know all the characters' names, or at least all the main characters. Know all their names, know their personality and what drives them. It's like, none of this is fucking useful. And then my choice subjects. Business was kind of worthless because we kind of knew all the shit anyway. We kind of, everyone who chose it kind of chose it because it was free marks. Biology, yeah, the sciences are helpful, I guess, but that's kind of helpful like outside of work and stuff like that. That's just kind of nice general knowledge to have. Yeah, I don't think school really taught anything. I'm trying to think of the class I didn't even pick. I guess home economics maybe, because that's about like cleaning and cooking and shit. so that could be useful, but and languages are debatable because I know a lot of people, at least here, you have to learn a language. I didn't. It's like if you go to Germany or whatever, then obviously knowing German is going to be helpful, but if you don't, it's kind of worthless again. I woodworking, actually. Woodworking and metalworking. If you're because that will help you just in life, like in your home, if you do home repairs or whatever, having that knowledge is really handy. Because it kind of gives you the basic foundation of like tradey work. But apart from that, though, they're all kind of very like situational.
So
all the subjects.
That's my viewpoint on it, right? And like how I think that it should be approached. And
like my model just...
you have a bunch of people. Oh, is this another one? Oh my god!
I've heard about this one. Yeah, I know.
How many of these are there?
It's not the park. It's me. I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place. I can just be Barney, and I can choose if and when I tell people. I've never been happier. And that's saying something when I spent today chased by terrifying zombie mascots.
It's weird to me that this type of conversation is even in a kid's show to begin with, right? I mean, why is a gender conversation even in a kid's show?
I want to let the clip finish. I'm trying to see the whole context.
What's interesting to me about this, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like having this stuff in media, is that it breaks the fourth wall for me. And I don't know if it does that for you guys too, but it breaks the fourth wall in the way that when I see this on a show, I immediately am kind of taken out of the
show's world,
escapism of the media, escapism of the fantasy, and I'm reminded of the fact that, wait a minute, I'm watching something that's being made in order for me to believe in ideology. You know, it like kind of puts my guard up a little bit. And it also makes me forget that, you know, I'm watching something for entertainment. It reminds me that this is just simply a TV show. Like the willing suspension of disbelief that you have with a TV show or a movie or something like that, or a video game gets broken, I think, that when you incorporate a lot of these different types of stuff. Imagine a shit in Lord of the Rings.
The emerging is broken. Yeah, I'm trying to think about what he's saying. There's nothing I can really add to that, is there? Other than just kind of like, yeah, it's fucking weird. You know, you're watching something to escape, and then they suddenly drop like, yeah, I'm trans, but I'm being here, which is great because I don't need to tell people. You know, society really hates us, and then they start like looking at the camera. It's like, man, listen. Keep that shit to your Twitter, okay? Wait, like, stop it.
I mean, I'm sure. I don't know if they have any of that in Rings of Power. I have no idea. I watched like the first half of the first season, and that was about it. Like Veilguard, yeah, and it makes you realize
my brother
that, like,
watched
you're not
the
playing
first
a
like
video
2
game,
episodes of Rings of Power, and he said it was the biggest piece of dog shit he's ever seen in his life.
How important it is to live your life without apology. So I think I gotta.
And I think there's also like, and this is something that I think isn't really true for like the kids shows, but I think it's true for the adult shows, is that whenever they make these like kind of you know, these like kind of asides and these like statements like this, there's a degree of it that's very patronizing, isn't it? Where they're just talking down to you. They're telling you like, oh yeah, this is the way that you should be. This is who you should be, etc. And it's an adult self-inserting themselves into the character. Yeah, exactly. Like
I don't really see this talking down. I just to me, it's kind of the equivalent of talking to a brick wall. Like you're just saying words, and the second you mention one of, like, in this case, trans, the second I hear that word, I just completely tune out. Obviously, it depends on the context. But like the second I hear that, I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Immediately, I don't give a fuck about the next like 50 words you say.
I know that I need.
So
to
I don't feel like
you're
you're being talked down to. Right? I just feel like they're talking to no one.
Really be rude to people, etc. So whenever it's put into a show, I feel patronized and I feel like I'm being talked down to. I don't like it.
Give her a shot.
Now, that's on Netflix, and it's called Dead End Paranormal Park.
Dead End.
So you can see Netflix series.
2 seasons, too.
Park. Season 1, Episode 2, The Tunnel. And see that TV Y7? That's telling you this is rated for 7-year-olds and up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure why a 7-year-old needs to be introduced to trans ideology.
Me either.
Seems a bit young.
Yeah.
This is live on Netflix, and again, they're saying this is for 7-year-olds and above.
That's crazy.
No.
Yeah, it's been
No.
a bit strange.
Used to this ideology. No, they don't. Netflix.
Obviously not.
What are we doing? Parents, pay attention to what your children are watching.
Oh, boys.
They're sneaking
Oh, buddy, you're asking for a lot. You're asking parents to parent?
things like this in the shows.
Don't know about that
They
one,
do.
Chief.
They sneak it into shows all the time, and it's like, you know, they're talking about something, and then there's like it's almost like a you know, it's kind of funny to say it like this, but it's true. It's almost like a commercial. It's like a commercial. It's like, hey, by the way, we interrupt your programming for the normal TV show to bring you this ad for being non-binary.
Reminder, I have a free
PSA, unskippable cutscene.
Many of the topics I talk about here. I also give you morning updates about what's going on. It's a great place to get daily information.
By the way, not a jab at him in particular, but anytime someone's like, I have a free newsletter email, don't ever put your email into it. Put like a burner email in there. Because what a lot of them do is they'll sell your email to, I almost said fucking stockbrokers. No. They'll sell your email to other companies so they can spam email you. Like, spam comes from emails like this.
From me.
There you go.
My profile, just go there, click that link. You'll see the screen right here. Drop your email.
They don't all do it, but a lot of them do.
Anyway,
check the ratings of the show. I think it's pretty low. I would certainly fucking hope so, man. I definitely would. And yeah, so that's it. We interrupt your programming to give you this other type of programming. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, we interrupt your entertainment to program you. And so that's pretty much where things are.
Is that the writer of the show?
Creative a Kid Show. Netflix is silent, science deafening. Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of people and a lot of parents probably just don't want their kids looking at this kind of stuff. And it's also like a lot of parents, it's not even that parents don't like want their kids to know about this at all.
They just don't
It's that
know
they
at
want
all.
to be the ones that talk to their kids about this, not like this random guy.
Depends on the parent. Some of them don't want. Some parents are pussies, and they don't want to have that interaction with their kids.
Right? I mean, they want to make sure that they're having this conversation with their kids in a safe space.
Which, to an extent, I can understand. If your kid already has like is an ideology the right word? They already have a concept in their mind about this sort of thing. So if you give pushback at all, they kind of just break down. I have kind of the inverse, I suppose, where I have a very liberal mother, and obviously I'm not that liberal. I would say I'm definitely right-leaning, but I'm probably closer to like center-right than I am like right. But like she'll sometimes just send me clips of, it'll be like very liberal TikTok just making shit up about like Trump or JD Vance or some shit, and I'm like, it didn't happen, or that he didn't say that, or it's being taken out of context. Like, no, and I send the context, and it's like, yeah, but he's still stupid. It's like, okay, imagine that, but like with trans stuff. It's like you're just going to get into a fight.
It understands what's going on, right? And yeah, if anybody's going to tell their kid about this, it's going to be them. And so that's what I would really say.
Especially since most people don't have like a good grasp on their... A grasp isn't the right word, but a good control on their emotions. A lot of people just kind of let it rip. Which is... I mean, it's fine in some cases, but a lot of the time it's just you kind of gotta, you know, disconnect to an extent. Like, in real life, I'm quite disconnected from my emotion, like when communicating with people, or if it's important. On stream, I do amp it up. Like, I am more emotional on stream, but like in general, it's kind of just disconnect as much as you can.
Subbing is not enough. Needs to start a lawsuit against the clowns. I don't know about that.
Lawsuit
I'd
might
have to
be
really think
much.
about it. I mean, it's hard really for me to say, but I do think that it's very weird.
Nice to end it on, boy. The Roach King is back. Go subscribe to him. I need to take a piss really quick. Hold on. I'm not even going to switch things because I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Alright, we're good. I just gotta move my hair a bit so that my fucking camera can actually get me. Wait, hold on. Let me just run my desk light. Is it charged? No. Alright, hold on. Where is my charger? Hold on. It's getting a bit dark, so I need to plug in my desk light so my camera can actually see me. I should get a ring light, to be honest. I'll wait for Black Friday before I get a ring light. Because I want to get a Stream Deck as well, but I don't... There's a few things I want. I want to upgrade to a Shure SM7B, but I also like to use, for my knowledge, to use it to its full extent. I need the Scarlett audio controller thing. Which, you know, that's like $600 for the 2 pieces of equipment. I'll see. I'm not an audiophile. Like, in terms of all, like, tech stuff, audio is probably where I'm weakest. Because I just never bothered to look into it. Because in my head, it was always, oh yeah, it's just, you know, just fucking speak into a microphone, brah. That's all it is. But it's like, actually, no, it's a little bit more complex than that. Which that's like $600. A Stream Deck, I'd get the XL one. Is like $250. It's like $850. To get a model is like $2.5, $3 to get a good one. I want to get a 2.5D one as well, which brings up the price even more. Like, you know, there's a lot of things. But I think a ring light is what, like $50? That's not where I dragged the tab. Because Ireland is a shithole. I have to buy everything off of Amazon. Which means I'm probably being upcharged as well, admittedly. Just type in ring light. $24. $30. I mean, I would buy the more expensive one if it's higher quality. But I would imagine these are all kind of the same quality. It would be something else I have to look into, but yeah. I'd want something that could connect to, like, basically be around my webcam. But the thing is, a good model, I would use it with VBridger, which means I don't need to. Technically, you can use it with a webcam, but you should get an iPhone. I think it's an X. That's fine. iPhone X, I'll just get a second-hand one. It's like $100. Like, it's not that expensive. And for the difference in quality, like, it's so worth it. Anyway. The Slop King has given me slop to feed you slop, so full slop.
Fortunately, I'm sat down in the chair. I'm not stood up.
He's in the cook chair.
Funny, haha, clip farm. And that's because this is a pretty serious video. Now, I know there's a lot of streamers out there that get a lot of flack, a lot of hate.
Yeah, pure evil streamer could be like 80 different people.
Be their political opinions, the disgusting,
it would be what you qualify as evil
amount of money that they make, or they could just be genuinely bad people. And what I'm talking about today is a streamer that you definitely
half the time when XQC is talking about how rich he is, I don't even know if it's a bit or not. Because it's like, what is it? He has 300. No, he has like some amount of Bitcoin on a hard drive somewhere. I'm like, I don't even know if this is a bit or if you're serious. Because you of all people would, but also, like,
not heard of before this video, but the actions that have happened here are I just
realized his t-shirt says resist cocaine.
Was a streamer who committed a terrible crime. Usually when that happens, you might be absolutely arrested. You might turn yourself into the police. You might change your identity. But what
I actually might know who this is. Wait.
This guy did is instead boot up his stream and talk about what he did in basically the most insidious and apathetic way possible.
His face isn't familiar.
We're back with another stream, and
hold on, let me double check something, just so I get the name right. Yeah, he looks like an alternate universe version of Nick A30. Like,
this one is going to be a little.
Is he streaming in his living room or his basement?
Different than the previous ones.
So at the time of recording, on Monday, there were 2 teen girls that unfortunately lost their lives by someone that was driving a Jeep. Their names were Maria and Isabel. Now, the Union County prosecutor's
Or it's not who I thought he was going to talk about.
Office actually announced
Holy, Nick Cage jacked. Anyway.
And they're actually charging them with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Now, that's very important, by the way, because usually with a hit and run, it would be something like, you know, like a 3rd degree. Like
yeah, I'm not too familiar with hit and run charges.
First degree literally means you
intentionally you went out of your way
beforehand, and then you carried it out. Now, relatives and neighbors of Marie actually believe that he was actually stalking this girl before he hit both of them with his Jeep. But at the time, this detail actually hasn't been confirmed. But what has been confirmed is the guy who's suspected of actually doing the killings went onto YouTube. He did
I was going to say, there's no way he just went on stream live and admitted it.
Video, but instead went live on a stream.
Yeah.
Now, you think with an accusation as serious as this, he would, you know, talk, face cam, very candid. No, he does it very nonchalantly while he's playing a video game, MLB The Show 25 to be precise. Now, the stream starts and he basically says that, you know, he's got some things that he wants to talk about. And the worst thing is, like, the things that this guy's been accused of, he basically...
When a streamer says there's some things I want to talk about, it's like, oh, I'm moving house. Oh, the numbers are low. Let's get him up. He's just like, yeah, I fucking murdered someone.
Tries to play victim and accuses the chat of being negative towards him. And then he starts like timing everyone out who is criticizing him.
I have some things that I want. I'll get to, if you let me talk, I'll get to it in a minute. Hold on.
Bro, you killed my best friend, you animal.
I don't need negativity in this stream, so
no negativity, guys.
I try to explain several things, but I got like 50 different people messaging negativity, which is something I don't need, and neither does my friend.
Now, again, I do want to say, with everything going ahead, this guy has been charged. He has not been convicted. It's always innocent until proven guilty, but like going.
Well, okay, no, we. Okay, there we go. I always yawn at the worst times. Good in the sense that we have something at least.
He talks about this situation. He's basically admitting everything and showing next to no remorse about it. Now, this account the guy had was very, very small. And obviously what happened when people kind of realized who he was, people piled in and started to use the TTS system to actually call him out for what he was accused of.
Why are we running people over?
And then 12 minutes into the stream, I guess Saul Goodman reached out to him or something because he goes like all kind of stoic saying, you know, I'm not authorized to talk about the situation. But he does say in a neighboring town, there were 2 girls that were killed in a hit and run. And then he alludes to the fact that he's not guilty by saying that there's been a lot of misinformation going around on the internet.
What?
It has been a fun, long ride, but I need to explain some things that have happened over the past few days.
Okay.
And I'm not going to talk much about it. In a neighboring town, unfortunately, 2 girls were killed in a hit-and-run crash. There has been a lot of misinformation going on over the internet.
Misinformation spread by me.
I wish my sincerest condolences to those 2 girls lost in that tragic accident.
And then he also claims as well on top of that that there's more to the story that people don't know about.
It is an absolute unfortunate situation.
And how would you know about that, buddy? How would you know that there's more to the story if you weren't involved?
Situation, and there's more to the story that you're not getting. But when the time comes, I will explain it in greater detail.
Was it God?
I'm not authorized to talk about the whole thing. I'm not going to give you any more information.
Now, looking at the stream right now, post-stream, because YouTube collects the views, it has over 100,000 views on an account that doesn't even have 300 subscribers. So I feel like to start a stream, to talk about it, and then say you can't talk about it, it is so hard for anyone to be on your side. And then he also goes on to basically say that like people are wrong for making threats to his family, and he's complaining about like, you know, really hateful messages.
But I will say this, making threats against my family will not be tolerated.
How do people know your what?
Cousin has received hateful messages over social...
Your husband? What?
My family will not be tolerated. My cousin has received...
Cousin? I thought I said husband. I was like, what the fuck?
Over social media about this whole spiel, and he's had to unfollow me on everything because of this
whole
drama. Why are you guys getting him involved? If you hate me, you hate me. If you don't, you don't. You're opening up Pandora's box. Involved. And that just...
That sounds like a threat. I don't know if you should be threatening people in this situation, buddy.
does not sit right with me.
Now, again, I do want to say he's been charged. He has not been convicted at the time of recording. But the way he talks about this, like he talks about this in such a nonchalant way, even saying like people using this spiel and, you know, it won't be tolerated. It's very weird. Like, I'm not sure what information
I put on acoustic panels yesterday and I'm picking off.
To prove this, you know, that everyone in this situation is wrong. He is 100% innocent. And then, like so many Americans, claims that he's in like the hands of Jesus and then continues to stream MLB.
Regardless of what happens, if you don't see me streaming for a little bit,
because that's what Jesus would have wanted. Do a hit and run and then stream MLB.
This will be in the hands of Jesus. Everything will be okay. I will get this sorted out, and I plan to keep continuing playing co-op with my best friend Evan. He has stuck by me through the whole side, and I want to thank him for that.
Like, this stream is just, it is the worst thing to sit through. Again, like, I can't say that this guy did it because he hasn't been convicted of it yet. He has only been charged. I will be honest with you here. The only way that this guy did not do it is if they've somehow ID'd the wrong person. Someone that looks very similar to him. White guy with glasses, plays MLB all day, I'm guessing. Yeah. Because the way that he's talking acts like he has basically done nothing wrong. He even makes this bizarre statement saying that more needs to be done to basically address mental health.
I really think there needs to be more done to address mental health in this state. I've been bullied, ridiculed, and stuff over false allegations, okay? Over this whole thing about things that have happened in the past. There's more to this story. It'll come out in the future.
I mean, I'm going...
But I thought she didn't do anything.
Through the stream now, and the way that he talks about it is like it's an inconvenience. You know, it's like, you know, mental health, it's so important. This whole thing that happened, this inconvenience.
Yeah, he bragged about it for about 10 minutes and then realized, oh, wait a minute, this can be held against me. Okay, let's see, how do I backpedal this?
It is just complete whiplash to watch through. It almost makes you think if the guy even did it in the first place. Because, like, there is no way that you have someone that has committed the crimes that he's being charged with at the time of recording. And he seems so nonchalant about it. Even saying at one point that, like, he's not going to stop streaming or he might take a hiatus. It is so...
Might take a why would he take a hiatus, huh?
Oh, watching this stream is like a Twilight Zone episode. He also claims that he's being bullied over false allegations, and it's like, okay, so the false allegations are what? Being accused of murder? I was about to turn into a Jesus, man. Like this video is turning me into like RFK or something. You're the proper guy, so you're proper because he took the vaccine. And he goes on to this whole speech.
Of course, Pyro would go to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Each saying that he's 17, he's a nice kid, he's got a family, and then he blames New Jersey for not doing enough about mental health. And then he also says that he's been bullied in the past and people should be nicer to each other.
I don't plan to go anywhere anytime soon regarding streaming, but if I do end up taking a hiatus, I'm telling you guys why. I really think New Jersey needs to do a better job addressing this mental health crisis because I've been through way too much. I'm a nice kid. I'm 17 years old with a good family by my side. I really think you all should be a lot nicer to each other. If anything happens, I'm going to give you all some advice. If you get bullied and ridiculed in school about, you know, stuff that people hate you, I would tell your counselor immediately. And, you know, before the shit gets out of hand, you got to address all these things because I'll tell you what, the amount of bullying that I've been put through in the past has been absolutely absurd.
And what is bro even talking about?
Again, going over this, it is complete whiplash. It really is. Obviously, if you go into the comments, everyone is just already assuming the guy's guilty, calling him like a straight up, you know, Dexter sociopath, has no remorse, no thoughts, no feelings. And if he's done this, and that's the case, definitely. Like, if he did this, what he's being charged with, murdering 2 people.
I'm just going to say, I'm leaning towards that it was him, but we will wait.
By running them over
until it's confirmed.
First-degree murder, and he's acting so nonchalant, the guy's a psychopath. But then he also seems to keep saying over and over, these are false allegations, there's more to the story. And the thing is, like, I feel like if you're being accused of first-degree murder, you don't say there's more to the story. Either it happened or it didn't happen.
Yeah, there's more to the story. It's very suspect. It's like, I wasn't involved, but there is more. It's like, how do you know there's more if you weren't involved, sir? Seems a bit confusing.
Happen. Like, again, the only way I feel like I need like a third eye for this video, but like I feel the only way that this person can actually be proven to be correct is mistaken identity. Like they've charged the wrong person. But he's not even saying that. He's not even saying that it's not him. He's just saying there's more to it. Now, he also has a TikTok account that had around 40,000 followers, but it has been taken down. I'm assuming like mass reported. And people also found his Twitter as well, but there's really nothing there, you know, just talking about MLB and like a bunch of support for Andrew Tate. Now, I know I've said this multiple times, like I'm shadowing a lawyer, but the guy has not been convicted yet, and there is actually no confirmation of his involvement because, you know, he's too young. He's 17 to be named legally. But the way that he talks, it's like he's implicated in this situation. And then people in chat were actually claiming it was him before he even spoke about it.
But I'm not going to do it with people.
2 girls.
Okay, you know what? Now I'm really thinking if I should really do this.
Now, CBS News did do an article, and obviously they couldn't name because of legal reasons, pretty similar to the UK. If you're under 18, you can't be named. Your identity, no matter how abhorrent the crime, is protected unless the judge kind of overrules it, but that isn't too common. But they've even said that the person who committed the crime was 17. And the kid in the stream also said that he was 17.
I'm 17 years old.
Now, obviously, you know, comparing 2 ages, that's like, you know, the biggest nothing burger. But it's again, like, in the stream, he never denies what he's being accused of. He basically says, you're missing context.
There's only one 17-year-old
not in New Jersey. Soon, and also, New Jersey needs to work on their mental health. Now, one of the scariest things about the fact that a 17-year-old has been charged with first-degree murder, which again is with intent, is because apparently this guy was stalking his victims. You can even see here, like, she made complaints and nothing was done. Relatives and friends of the victims claim...
Yeah. From my understanding, police never really do anything about stalking because it's kind of hard to prove. You know? And because it's not taken seriously. Kind of the same way that, like, if you murder animals, even though they almost all turn into murderers or, you know, do something worse down the line, it's like, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. You know, nothing will come of this. It's kind of the same with stalking. It's like, whatever. He's just a weirdo. It's like, well, no, not quite. Well, yes, he is a weirdo. What, like, he's more than that.
The 2 girls knew the driver. They also said a restraining order was filed against the young man after he allegedly stalked one of the victims. Now, one of the worst things about these crimes is when it's committed by someone who has their identity withheld. We're in the age where everyone speculates. Everyone tries to, you know, try to find who it is.
Reddit,
like, for example, with this stream of this kid, and he's talking in the most insane, bizarre, like, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde ways. But also, unfortunately, there have been people that have been caught in the crossfire, and they've also been accused, because all that's publicly available right now that, you know,
is New Jersey in like 17
is there's a 17-year-old, we can't name who. Oh yeah, he ran over and killed 2 girls, but we can't tell you who it is though. Of course you're going to speculate over that. I mean, here's a good example. You even had the chief of police that had to come out and basically say, oh yeah, my son's 17 as well, but he didn't do the homicide. Now, here's one very, very crucial detail. Obviously, they can't legally name who it is because, you know, they'll get shut down, subpoenaed, whatever. But one thing they did let slip, which is basically alluding to a certain conclusion, is the suspect had an online following and posted about the crash. He was an online gamer with thousands of social media followers and even addressed the deaths and his detainment during a live stream posted onto YouTube the day after the deadly crash. He was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Now, again, you're probably thinking, they're saying that this guy has thousands of followers, but his YouTube account only has 200 subscribers, so surely that's the wrong person, right? But then you can see his socials, like Twitter, Instagram. Instagram, he only has like a couple hundred followers again, but if you search the name VinnyBat118 and then go onto his TikTok 39.5 thousand followers. I think that is what they could have possibly based it off. Now, I did stumble on the TikTok account and I was like, surely this is like a coincidence or it's like a name that someone else took, but like it literally has it in his YouTube about section. Now, unless someone, I don't know, hacked into his account and changed the about section to like incriminate him overnight, like he's completely done nothing wrong, which I find very hard to believe the way that he was acting on stream. Like the answer is right there. Like, again, if this guy did it, it, and his biggest issue is talking about negativity in the chat and then going on a whole spiel about mental health. It's like he goes on and he says,
sus.
there's more context. There's things that you don't know about. Unless this was a massive plot to frame this innocent person who did nothing wrong. This is absolutely psychotic.
Okay. Oh, I remember this guy. We'll do that one too. I'll do it later though. Yeah, legally speaking, I can't say, you know, if I speak, I'm in big trouble. But I'm just saying, it's very, very sus. It's very sus. Is Xbox dead? Wait, hold on. Is Xbox dead? I don't know.
Xbox, man, what happened?
As an Xbox gamer, or ex-Xbox gamer myself, yeah, it's kind of dead.
Into the game I used
There's been no games.
What it has become is just
dog shit.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Every step of the way, they're finding new lows to hit. Today,
I was so happy when they announced they were starting to buy up like other companies. Like when they bought Obsidian, I was like, yes, we're finally going to get our New Vegas 2 or our New Vegas remaster. And it's like, what have they done with it? Avowed, I think, was Obsidian. That was Outer Worlds. That's it, I think. Oh, Grounded. Grounded's decent, actually.
Change, and it's a doozy. Try
it's really bad.
50% price increase to the Game Pass Ultimate tier.
With next to no extra additions other than, I think, Fortnite Crew.
Yeah, and it is revolting. It's going about as well as me in a dunk competition. They have increased the price to $30 a month for the Ultimate tier, and the two previous tiers for Essential and Premium are just not worth it.
Essential is worthless.
Is the only one that lets you get the games day one, and for a large number of people, that was one of the main.
That's the whole reason you paid for it.
Service here.
Yeah.
And even though the Xbox catalog has been like a fucking Magikarp over the last few years, just extremely weak.
There's nothing.
The value you got out of Game Pass at the previous price point made up
for
it.
Yeah.
Like, it was worth it, and it's something that I glazed.
It was what, $15-16? And there were, admittedly, like at least 20 or 30 games on there that were pretty solid.
Quite a bit. But now,
over the years, you know, they remove games and cycles and stuff. Over the years, they kept removing good games. But there are still some decent ones.
At this price point, the fuck is the point in keeping it anymore? It's just not worth it. And a lot of people are now canceling their subscription to Game Pass in response to these price increases.
I think GameStop posted saying they're still selling them for $20, like the scratch-off card with code on the back.
For Xbox. Like, even just recently, they farted out a new price increase for the consoles. In a time
I saw that,
period
yeah, it's like $50
Xboxes
increase on everything.
Like fucking fossils. Like, you can't give those bitches away sometimes. It's a console that doesn't have a whole lot of reasons to buy it unless your friends are already on it, but chances are your friends have already moved past it. Because being an Xbox fan in 2025 is like being a fidget spinner enthusiast. It's just not cool. It's lame. Like, it is so far past its prime now. And it brings me no joy saying that, by the way. As I've always proudly stated, Xbox and Xbox 360 have been my favorite gaming experiences.
360 was the day, or were the days.
Most important pieces
coming
of, like,
home and booting up like the
hardware
original
ever
Minecraft
made.
on 360.
But once the Xbox One came out, that's when it all
well, not the
tits
original
up,
Minecraft,
recovered.
but you know what I mean.
You hate to see what Xbox has become. And anytime I talk about Xbox or like criticize a lot of the decisions they made over the years, somehow there is still like this last holdout of warriors willing to fight Xbox.
I mean, you have those for everything, though. It's not just an Xbox thing.
His PR battles for them, even though the general Phil Spencer himself constantly throws himself pity parties on every podcast that will have him about how they've lost the console wars. Like, he himself recognizes how far behind Xbox has fallen and how brutal it's been for them. And it just somehow keeps getting worse, even though they have this, like, come to Jesus moment of, man, we really put our own dick in our ass here. They don't do anything to course correct. Like, they did a good decision a little while back that I praised a lot, where they dropped exclusivity.
Yeah.
I think that is the brightest path forward.
That is the best thing they have done in the last, like, 5 years. trying to think, like, what is there even any point in it? Like, okay, hypothetically speaking, you got Game Pass. Is there any games coming out on Game Pass that are even worth paying for it? I'll go on their Twitter and I'll look. I don't think so.
For the industry where every title hits
like
every
new
platform,
games,
so consumers have their pick of playing it on their preferred platform. And Xbox was kind of pushing that, and I appreciated it. But for every one step forward they've taken 20 steps back, and today it has been a catastrophic disaster for them because now they're fucking their golden goose. They even posted a delusional video celebrating.
I go on their Twitter and the first thing I see is a community note. It's not a good sign when the first thing you see is a note.
These Game Pass changes as if it's something that the community was asking for. It's so out of touch and tone deaf. Just take a peek at this.
Hey everyone, Xbox Game Pass is getting an upgrade.
This is the thing that's noted.
We've listened to your feedback, and now you have even more freedom to choose how you play the games you want. We've expanded all Xbox Game Pass plans to give you more games and more ways to play and more.
More games? Have you? Essential is 50, Premium is 200, Ultimate is 400. Weren't you at like 350 before this? So unless you're paying the Ultimate Edition, you're actually getting less games. Cool.
More rewards than ever. Previously, Core was primarily for console, but Essential now lets you play games on Xbox console, PC, and cloud.
Wow.
That means you have the freedom to stream and play on any supported device. And with cloud gaming, that includes a lot of devices.
So she goes through each
device. And with cloud gaming, that includes a lot of devices.
Fucking Xbox toaster. Jesus Christ. Okay, yep. Awesome.
So she goes through each tier with the upgrades that have been introduced, the improvements that they've augmented all of this with. And I'm just not fucking seeing it. Like, it really just seems like you get the same deal, but with more money needed to be forked over to achieve it. Like, the big thing that stands out to me is that they're putting more of a focus on, you know, PC gaming. So instead of it being all about console, now you get more freedom to play on PC and, like, the cloud stuff. But for people that are like Xbox heads, they don't give a fuck about that.
PC, yeah, they're Xbox heads want to play their Xbox games on their Xbox, not their fucking PC. I was an Xbox head, then I started playing PC. There's no point in playing Xbox if I have a PC. There's no point playing a console, really, if you have a PC, bar exclusives, but Xbox doesn't have exclusives anymore. So, like, And even from a PlayStation perspective, they move almost all of their exclusives onto PC after a while. It's just Nintendo was the only reason, or the only console you would buy. And like even then, it's like, what are you buying it for? Pokemon, Zelda, and Mario is kind of the main ones. It's like, is it worth dropping that much money on 3 games or 3 series? Not really.
Like, they're not getting a much better
Again,
deal.
assuming you have a
They're
PC.
just having to pay more money for the deal. Like, it just doesn't seem worth it. And judging from the response from the community, almost nobody is defending it. I don't think there's anyone out there that actually thinks this is them listening to community feedback. Because you need to pay $30 a month in order to, like, play Call of Duty Black Ops 7 on launch. Why would you do that? Why
No
would you
one
be
wants
paying
to play Black Ops
$30 a
7
month
anyway.
to then get access to a game day one? It's so fucking expensive. At that point, you might as well just buy the game that you're interested in, as opposed to having this, like...
Yeah, because it's going to be, what, $70? So 2 months of Game Pass, or just buy the game.
Ongoing, expensive subscription to Game Pass Ultimate for it. It's just not worth it. The value is not there. It does seem like it is now just a price increase without offering any real reason or justification to fork over those doubloons for it. What the fuck is the point? Like, I don't know where the spin is coming that they're trying to put on it. Like, this is what you guys been asking for. Everyone's been begging to give us more money. All of you are asking to pay more for Game Pass. And we said, fine, guess our hands are tied. We're reluctant to do this, but we're going to increase the price by 50% per your feedback. It's what you guys were demanding, so we're just serving you the meal you ordered from the menu. Like, who's asking for that? Like, I don't know where it's coming from. And again, the things that they're talking about in the tier, like the tiers that they're introducing, it feels like it's mainly just PC cloud related stuff that I don't think the console players were really begging for in a big way.
The only path Xbox really has... Sorry, I was looking at Twitter, so I completely zoned out. Let me close that tab. The only path Xbox really has going forward is I think they will probably be leading in terms of cloud gaming. But cloud gaming is still at least like 5 years away from being decent, let alone good. At least 5, probably closer to 10 before it becomes like solid, you know? Because cloud probably will be the future, admittedly. You know, like being able to boot up, just say Black Ops 7, even though by then Black Ops 7 will be old, but anyway. Booting up Black Ops 7 from like your TV and only having to plug in a controller, and you don't need any like PC or console like taking up space. Yeah, that's going to be the way it goes. It's just going to be like how long before we actually get there and it streams consistently. Like I've played cloud gaming. This was like 2 years ago though, so when it was like in its beta, probably still is in beta. But I played it and like, it worked just about, and there was a lot of input delay. There was a lot of lag, so I gave up and just downloaded the game. You know, but we'll see. Where the fuck's my mouse?
Especially if it leads to a price increase.
The best thing about Ultimate is that you can play new games on day one. That includes games like Call of Duty Black Ops 7, The Outer Worlds 2, and High on Life 2.
High on Life 1 isn't even that good. I can kind of okay, Call of Duty heads, I understand that, right? Outer Worlds 2, admittedly, I will be playing that on launch as well. High on Life 2 though,
But now, the best is getting even better. Ultimate subscribers
Fortnite
will get
Crew.
access to over 75 day one games a year. We're also adding 2 new partner subscriptions.
EA
With
and...
Ultimate, you'll now have access to Ubisoft Plus
Oh, yeah,
Classics in
Ubisoft.
addition to EA Play.
Wait, maybe I was a little hasty. Hold the fucking phone here. You get access to Ubisoft Classics?
Does that mean I can play Far Cry 2?
That's what I've always wanted. Access to Ubisoft Classics.
What's even on it?
Ubisoft! Yes! Oh, I can't wait to be paying $30 a month. Whee!
Let's see what's
and
on
of course,
it.
EA Play. Who can understate the value of EA
Okay, I typed
Play
it in. The first thing I see is
This so
Valhalla.
silly. And I was really
kid's like
curious
4 years
if
old.
they were going to
Come on now.
mention the price increases in this video here, because it's so pivotal. Like, this is a really big
No, I don't
deal.
wanna
It's-
fucking
it's
pay
not
for
like
it. Just
some
show me the
trivial
games.
increase of like, 50 cents. It's 50%. They have raised it from $20 to $30, and they don't make a peep. They don't mention it in this video at all. They tried to save that cold water outside of the hype of this.
I'm looking at it now. You get the first ever quadruple A game. You get Skull and Bones. Oh no, this is premium. Sorry, classics. Oh, Skull and Bones is in classics as well. Okay. You get the Rabbids game. You get Monopoly. You get Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. That's probably fine actually. Far Cry New Dawn, that was alright. Odyssey was okay. Far Cry 5 was okay. Origins was fine. Fractured Butthole is actually really good. Primal is really nice. Syndicate was actually kind of good. Stick of Truth is good. Far Cry 4 is good. A lot of these games, though, you can buy for like $5. Or like in a bundle for like 12 or whatever. You know? So it's like, why would you... Because like half of these games aren't worth it, and the better the game is, the older it is, which means the cheaper you can buy it for. So like, why? You know?
Announcement, which I think is a little scummy. I don't really like that. You should talk about the price changes too. You talked about everything else, like the name changes, which feel totally unnecessary, but that's just like corporate America where names change all the time for the most minuscule of reasons. But come on, you're not going to mention the price here? There's just nothing... There's nothing in this that screams value, that screams that this is worth it now.
Yeah.
Previously, at the old price points of Game Pass, I thought it was a good deal. I really did think
the
that they had
$15
a
or whatever
good
a month
service that they were offering at that price point. At this, I don't see who the fuck would ever be able to like rationalize spending that kind of money for what you get out of it. It doesn't make sense to me. And what also doesn't make sense to me is how Microsoft thought that this was a good idea. Like, I recognize that they're not you know, doing amazing.
Yeah, if they upped the price, but they were like, hey, we're bringing you like fucking 50 AAA games. Well, not okay. Maybe don't use AAA. AAA is a very bad connotation to it these days. But like, yeah, we're bringing you fucking Fallout New Vegas 2, Fallout New Vegas Remastered, Far Cry, Fallout 3 Remastered, fucking Far Cry 3 Remastered. Like, you remastered a bunch of old, really good, loved games and release like sequels to like loved games. People wouldn't care as much about the $30 price now, or not $30 price increase to $30. People would still be mad at it, yeah, but they'd be a lot less mad if you had a reason to increase it. You don't have a reason, you're just increasing it for the sake of increasing it. And I guess the main thing is they're kind of hoping that people paying for Game Pass monthly forget to cancel, and that they can kind of siphon money from them, is probably my main guess as to what they're trying to do.
But I mean, come on, like, just look at 2025 for Microsoft. It has been rough. And they've already increased prices on, like, console and everything, and now this. Like, they had to know this was going to be a big fucking miss here. I just... Like, I don't get it. It's crazy to me. Anyway, though, I just wanted to yap about this a bit. I really, and I don't mean this exaggeratory, I really don't know how much longer Xbox is even going to be around before they just pull the plug on it. It just seems like
actually, to be fair, this is a really good point. Xbox Live used to be $50 a year. Like,
disastrous
it's just...
state. They have so many things under their umbrella, but yet have so little to show for it. And their one, like, really good saving grace here with Game Pass is just getting ruined. It is going straight in the dumpster. It's already there. Like, this is a dagger in Game Pass for a large number of people. Like, it's not blown out of proportion with the amount of people canceling their subscription. It really does seem to be that bad.
It was just about worth it at 16. Even if it was $20 instead of 16, it'd be kind of pushing it.
Anyway, though, I won't yap about it any longer. That's really about it. So, yeah.
Yeah, even if they only upped it to $20, it would still be, like, a lot. Still really wouldn't be worth it. But upping it to 30s, like, If it was like, oh, $30, but it's like 1,000 games, you know, it's like, oh, okay. More reasonable, I suppose. But it's like, you're paying $30 a month, where the best games are going to get removed because Xbox doesn't actually own the license to them, so they cycle off Game Pass. So just buy the game at that point. It's like, the whole idea was it's cheaper to get Game Pass than to buy the game, right? But now it's like, now it's $30. It's like, not so much. You know? Like Grounded 2. Use that as an example, because Grounded is one of their, not big IPs, but it's one of the, in recent memory, it's one of the bigger ones. It's like Grounded 2 is $30 and Grounded 1 is $40. Because Grounded 2 is in early access, Grounded 1 is finished. At that point, just buy the games. You know? And have access to them permanently. Especially with something like Grounded 2, where it gets an update, like a big update every 2 or 3 months. At that point, just buy the game. It's fucking stupid. Price increase, man. Actually, we won't do that because I really want to start pulling a lever. Marvel Rivals patch. I don't give a fuck about Marvel Rivals. Who cares? Game is ass. No, that's a lie. The game's good. I just don't like hero shooters. Objectively speaking, it's a good game. I just don't like those types of games. God. This guy may seem familiar to some of you. Yes, it is that guy.
Here in my garage, just bought.
Is he green screened?
Dude, my hairline, it looks like the, you know the crosses in the end of Evangelion? Oh my god, that's sick. I want you to do something right now. Take yourself back to the year 2015.
I did not know the guy was that old. All I remember was he rented like a multi-million-dollar mansion and pretended like he owned it.
Did you leave me? Now, most of you watching this content, you're probably madly depressed because you either have some kind of like education responsibility, a job, God forbid, a family. If I hear a Pyro viewer actually becomes a parent, that is the last bit of news that I want to hear. And back then, you might be watching some kind of content. Maybe it was a
What was I watching in
Leafy surf
2015?
video talking about, I don't know why, there's this Leafy video
Leafy
that
surf
stays like rent-free in my
and,
head,
like,
and it is titled,
PewDiePie.
let me try and recall it, Little Gay Boy
Markiplier 2015, that was it.
Because someone commented, "You're gay, lol," on YouTube. That's it. That's it. I remember. Oh my god. Could you imagine titling videos like that today? And then as well,
You'd
I would
probably get
play
a lot of
games
views,
like
to be
Dying
honest.
Light, Prototype, yap about something with this weird fake deep voice, usually because I was too
Shut up,
bad
Pyro.
to actually play surf, so I just played any kind of movement game. If you know the game Cluster Truck, for example, you're an OG. And if you know Seum Speedrunners from Hell, then you're a super, super old head. But
I spent so many years seeing Seum, I had no idea what it was. And then one day I opened Steam and Steam was like, "Hey, do you want to play this game?" I was like, "Oh, it's the..." Like I did the Wojak. It's the game. It's Seum. And I never played it.
anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, you know, you might click on any kind of YouTube video, and back then, you might have got this ad. There's this guy standing in his garage, seems like a pretty chill fella, and he's talking about a new Lamborghini that he purchased.
Lamborghini here, fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills.
But you know what's more important than a new Lamborghini? Knowledge. In
I
fact,
hate how he says that. He's
to
like
install
Lamborghini.
7 new bookshelves to hold his 2,000
Oh my god, I
books,
remember. Yeah, he is a weird shtick about books.
which he reads one a day.
I talk about how I read a book a day.
Now, the thing is about ads, no one likes them, especially when one big company or individual comes in and they buy
It's
up
not a
90%
flex, by the
of
way,
ads.
reading a book a day. It's just not. Because you're not going to be able to... Like, the whole point of reading a book, at least his books, right? Because it's mostly, like, business books, self-help books, stuff like that. You're not going to retain any of the info. These are, like, 300 to 400 page books, usually with, like, semi-complex to really complex, like, ideas. I mean, obviously depends on what you're reading. But, like, you're not going to be able to remember all of that. Like, if you had to read all of Psycho-Cybernetics in one day, you're not going to fucking remember all of it. You might remember, like, I don't know, a chapter. And even then, you would only know the bones of a chapter. You wouldn't know the whole thing. Like, I read Psycho-Cybernetics over, like, a month. And I barely even remember more than, like, 4 of it. Because I was reading, like, 10 or 20 pages a day, some shit like that.
Space. So
it's a really good book, actually.
All see the exact same ad over and over, and because of this it became a huge meme. Like, for example, Vanos Gaming did like an animated bit on it.
Those stupid ads that keep appearing before videos where it's like a guy and he's like, here in my garage,
and he's got a Lamborghini.
Yeah, and you know what I like more than my Lamborghini?
My books.
Knowledge.
And I think one of the biggest videos that actually propelled the guy into like meme status, apart from how obnoxious the ad was the fact that H3H3, when he was doing his reaction content,
oh my god,
did a video
old H3
on this guy.
Here in our garage,
Here in
just
Ethan's garage,
finished driving around the Hollywood Hills. But do you know what I like more than these 4 Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces?
and Ferrari.
And
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
You can see the knowledge on the wall.
Now, you know the name already, Ty Lopez. He is
That's his
infamous.
name. No, I don't
But
know
this
his
isn't
name.
some
I just know
random
his
guy
face.
That spends money on like YouTube ads.
I am
and
actually really bad at remembering people's names. It's actually terrifying.
Says at the end, could you please subscribe to me? Oh,
I remember people's
it would mean
faces
the world if you could
and like
subscribe
profile
to my
pictures
channel.
and stuff.
No,
Names
he's
though.
actually a businessman. He was trying to grow his brand. Now, if you're an old head, you've probably heard about Ty Lopez, but you probably haven't heard anything in the past 5 years or the best part of 10 years.
The mansion
because
was the only
he's kind of
thing
just
I've
been
heard
doing
about.
a lot of business stuff on the side. But recently, unfortunately, he's back and he is in what seems to be quite a lot of trouble. So to give context, Ty Lopez hasn't only been doing like YouTube ad placements.
He looks
He's
like a
also
crypto
became a bit
guy.
of a self-help grifter, especially writing his own books on it. Like, this guy writes some of the finest literature you will
You mean
find at
AI
the
writes it?
airport for an overcharged price. Like, for example, The Guru's Guide, Online Dating,
Oh, God.
a proven step-by-step guide to meet the love of your life.
So I downloaded some online dating apps, right? Now, you know, I was going to set it up, whatever. And I was looking through it, and it was like, oh, upload a photo. And I sat there, and I was looking at my phone, and I was like, oh my god, I don't ever take photos. I have nothing to post, nothing to upload. So I just ignored it. Because I don't take photos. I think photos are fucking stupid.
Online. And who could also forget there's no way it's called the 6-7 steps. No. There's no, it's what? He wrote a book called 6-7. I need a I need a minute here. I need a minute here to think. He did not write a book called 6'7".
I don't get the
Can this
meme of 6'7".
die, please? Guys, we've got TikToks. There should be a new meme by now already. Why are we still going on about 6'7"? The 6'7" steps. The easy way to a good life. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that he wrote a book called 6'7". Like, time is a flat circle. Nothing ever changes. Minecraft has fell off now. It will be popular again in like another lockdown in 5 years. But selling books isn't actually where he made the majority of his business. Thank God.
Modders have been going absolutely sicko mode. Create is single-handedly keeping Minecraft alive.
He started this brand called Rev, which is Retail Economic Ventures. So basically, their business model is to find underperforming brick and mortar companies and then transform them into e-commerce, online business.
I love it.
Business talk. Have you noticed, by the way, the people on this planet that make the most amount of money, they have the most dog shit boring name imaginable for their companies? That is definitely on purpose, by the way. I'm sorry, I really don't want to talk about a guy purchasing companies and transforming them into other companies. But for the 3 people that care, you don't care. Brick and mortar companies are basically small businesses, and they only have physical locations. So basically, you know, you're like walking down the high street, and then you find a store that isn't a chain like McDonald's or something. You go on the high street. No, you don't. No, you don't. You've already gave in to your overlord, Amazon Prime. No, you don't. The only time I ever hear about the high street being used now is like old people being like, they've all shut down. People are buying things
I don't even know what he's talking about. The high street.
Terrible.
Beyond my time.
Look at YouTube
or before my time.
The amount of videos you'll see of like the decay of the UK because all the high streets have shut down. It's
yeah, we're having the same thing happen here in my town. It's because like none of the stores are carrying what people actually want. And it's a bunch of like mom and pop shops who don't really like understand what's happening. So they've had the same fashion for the last like 20 years and they haven't changed. I don't even go, if I want something, I don't even go into town to look for it anymore. I just buy it online because I know for a fact they're not going to have it. And if they do have it, say something's like $20, right? Say I want a camera for $100. If I go down to High Street, it's going to be like $200 to buy it. Like, listen, I'm all for supporting local businesses, but like, I'm not fucking paying 100% upcharge for like the same product. Like, no.
Genuinely depressing. I mean,
Stupid.
I'd much prefer the experience of walking up the high street, seeing people being stabbed, seeing people being robbed, seeing someone busking for money and being harassed constantly when he's live on TikTok to 2 viewers, then sat at home on my fat ass while an Amazon drone delivers me, I don't know, Pepsi Max or something.
Your furry stuff.
So the point I'm trying to make is these kind of small businesses, they're failing. Like ones that don't have an online presence because most people now, they're online.
Buy everything
and
online,
obviously on top of that as well, lockdown in 2020, that was just the final nail in the coffin
that was like
for
a
these
multiplier.
very small businesses. So let's say you owned a business, a brick and mortar business. You've got no online presence, which is hilarious to think of considering you're watching this video. And let's say you own a business selling PlayStation 1 games because they're very
also CEX
expensive right now, especially when they get graded. They can be sold for thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. But your specialty in the business is much like any charity shop. You sell the case, and when you open it inside, some moron has already stole the fucking disc. Do you know how many times that's happened, by the way? I don't know if this is me, like, being an old head. Like, going around, like, thrift shopping and, like, you know, like, charity shops and stuff to try and find, like, old games. You open the case, some moron stole it. But, okay, let's say that's your specialty. But the problem is, you've only got one location. That's where Tai Lopez's Rev would swoop in to help you out, to bring your industry of selling basically just empty plastic into the online space, so you have a much bigger market. Now, for this model, Tai Lopez actually managed to get some pretty big names, like, for example, Radio Shack, which is a huge...
From my understanding, Radio Shack hasn't been relevant since, like, 2000s.
Huge American electronics retailer, and that company's existed since like 1921. I mean, they used to be huge. At their peak, they had like 8,000 stores operating in the US alone.
They said like cassettes and shit.
They just get
cassette
calls
players.
about small streamers crying to them saying,
do you sell a Go XLR? I saw the streamer that I watch have one. Please, could I have it?
Scarlet, but yeah, sure.
And they actually also had a European branch operating under the name Tandy. However, because a lot of mismanagement, a lot of, let's say, trolling, Radio Shack actually had to file for bankruptcy. And who would have guessed? Tai Lopez! Here to save the day. He's basically like Omni-Man and Homelander, but none of the negative quality traits. So basically, his company bought Radio Shack and then turned it into another e-commerce business. Basically to compete with companies like, for example, Amazon and eBay.
Good luck with that.
Let's be real, they're not gonna...
I mean, you can compete with eBay easy enough, but like Amazon...
compete with eBay and Amazon because Amazon is a terrifying monolithic giant. Might as well be one of the Colossi from Shadow of the Colossus. And eBay is full of mentally ill people that overcharge games that they've been holding on to for 25 years. There were some other companies that got like...
Yeah, eBay is for like really niche things.
Into the collective consciousness.
Or secondhand things, admittedly eBay is quite good for, but so is Amazon. What is it? Amazon Marketplace, I think. Amazon Warehouse is where you get all the secondhand Amazon stuff, so like
Tai Lopez as well, like for example Pier 1 Imports and Modell's Sporting Goods. Again, I've got no idea about these companies. I'm not American pilled, but I hope Modell's sells golf clubs because I've been playing through Bioshock 1 recently.
A man chooses, a slave obeys.
A slave becomes an e-commerce business for Tai Lopez. So it sounds like in this video, I've done nothing but glaze Tai Lopez for how successful his business has been, you know, but a little bit of the iShow Speed gif. So there have been a lot of developments surrounding Rev and also Tai Lopez, who's operating, you know, this business. So Tai Lopez has been accused of the #1 thing that all rich people that get rich way too quickly are accused of.
Crypto scamming.
Running a Ponzi scheme.
Close enough.
Apparently running it with this other guy called Alex Mir, who's also known for setting up this website called Zoosk. I looked into Zoosk, by the way. It's an online dating platform. Wow. I love these online dating platforms because it's like they can't compete with like Tinder or Hinge. They have to have some tagline. Like everyone on there's fat or something. Or they're a gay furry.
Oh, you're on that one, aren't you, Pyro? Actually, he'd be on the fat one as well. Probably on both. Yeah, I keep getting ads from one on Instagram. It's called Boo, I think. And it's like, oh yeah, this is the one for all the anime weebs. I'm like, brother, I don't even watch anime that often. Okay, I know I'm a VTuber, right? Okay. You don't know that. I don't know why you're telling me that, but... Or why you're advertising this to me. I always say this to people, like, I don't really watch anime or TV. I'll have a binge session. Usually it's in summer or in winter. Where I'll just actually binge, like, 10 to 15 anime, start to finish, like all 24 episodes, all seasons. I'll just binge them all, and then I just don't touch it for like a year. What do I have this time? Kaiju number 8, Fragrant Flower, Blooms with Dignity. I want to watch Dr. Stone, but I need to start Dr. Stone again. So I have 3 seasons of Dr. Stone to get through. And a movie, I think. I might rewatch Blue Lock, at least the U20 game, or the Japan game, because I've read the manga up until the start of U20. I've stopped it there. I know they're fighting. I know they're doing Nigeria. And that's as far as I got. I was like, I want to leave the rest as like a spoiler for or leave the rest as a surprise for myself.
Like bark. Dude, the people on the website look AI generated. Dude, I'm looking at Zoosk right now on Google Images. This is the
What's
most,
its like tagline?
2010 website I've seen him. Dude,
what makes it special? Like what's its USP?
Twitter logo. Do you remember when it was like just a little bird or something? Wait, am I being
when Twitter logo was actually good? Yeah.
Nostalgia-baited by a dating platform. So they've been accused by the SEC, or the Securities and Exchanges Committee, which was basically a company that was set up following the Wall Street crash in 1929. It was basically to stop people from manipulating the market and making money for themselves. Wow, they're really doing their job, aren't they? Like what happened like 6 months ago? Hawk Tour doing a massive rug pull. Here at the SEC, we go after anyone manipulating the market. That is, unless you're a billionaire or you're funny. I think Hawk Tour Girl is funny. My 7-year-old daughter thinks she's hilarious. Now, you know, Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing. These are all kind of like buzzwords that are thrown around a lot. And,
yes,
you know, they're meant to sound way more confusing than they actually are because stupid...
It's just a scam. You could just say scam. It's the exact same thing.
people like us, it goes over our head. But basically, the online sphere in particular is a great way to scam people out of money. Here's a great example. I'm in Australia, right? I got an Australian SIM, so when I call someone, I don't have to pay $35,000. And within 1 week of getting a new SIM, I have had like 3 scam calls daily. Like, it's gotten so bad, they don't even bother using humans anymore. They'll just use like a text-speech software being like,
you have £10,000 in undeclared funds. Please give.
I keep getting them, and it's like, oh yeah, your car was stopped on the highway, and you owe us like £100 if you don't pay it to us. You know, we'll keep your car. It's like, I don't even fucking own a car, you spastic.
Me your bank account details so I can send them to you.
I mean, obviously, a lot of these scams, you usually target the elderly because, unfortunately, they're not tech savvy.
Yeah.
Influencers. Usually, the influencers do also, unfortunately, profit from those schemes as well. So, how does a Ponzi scheme work? I want you to click off this video today, having learned something, okay? Because I know you consume a lot of slop. You probably watched Charlie's video where he said poopy butt chungus, and you watched Dolan's video where he's got...
Okay, he knows I watched Charlie, like, actually right before this, fuck me.
Like a weird voice, and you need subtitles to listen
Dolan
to.
is funny.
I want you to
like Dolan.
come away from this video having learned something. So what is a Ponzi scheme? So this comes from someone that has years and years of no experience in economics or marketing. So if I want a lot of money...
Well, no, you do have experience in marketing. You're a YouTuber. That is marketing. Like, I understand you're doing a bit, but like, you do have marketing.
I set up an investment company, and that's where I can double or even triple the money by just investing in it. So let's say a group of investors come along. They give me a little bit of their money with the promise that they'll get these huge, massive returns. Now, it's all going to plan. The problem is, I'm stupid. I can't actually double anyone's money or make them any more money, especially if they've invested such a massive amount. So what do? I reach out to another group of people and do the exact same thing.
Yes,
Promise them all of this money, this life-changing money. But that second group of people...
you keep going down doing that, yep.
I need to pass a...
You recruit, a group of people pay you money, and usually how it is a group of people pay you money, and you give them permission to sell your product, and then they get a group of people to pay them money to sell the product, but the person below you pays you. So it's like, say you're at the very top of the pyramid, they pay you because they have to get the product from you. And the more one person, it doubles every time. So you recruit 2 people. Each of those 2 people recruit 2 people. Each of those 2 people recruit 2 people, and so on. It's not necessarily 2. It can be 3. It can be 4. It's an increase in numbers. Typically doubling every time.
Speech check. Why? Because I need more of their money than the first group.
Could be double to triple to
pay back
to
the first group's money. And
it's
then of
not
course,
static.
I need some of that money for myself, so I'm going to keep a little tidy sum. So you see the problem, right? I take Group A's money, and then where's the money? I don't know. I take Group B's money, which is more. I use it to pay back Group A. And it is just this alphabet of constantly paying back people. You're basically artificially you're making the company... I don't know how to say. I can't think of a word. There's nothing. There's not that. Wow. There's nothing.
Increasing.
No. No. Expand. No. All right. I thought of a word. It's constantly increasing the profits in a very fraudulent way. And obviously, people hear through the grapevine. Like,
good boy, you figured it out.
This company's making so much money, when in reality, it's just using all of the funds to pay back the last people, so they don't, rat on me. So more and more bigger investors here. And then they start investing in you. But you're not actually making any profit. You're not making any real money. You're basically just shifting profits over to the last person and then pocketing a fair amount for yourself. Now, this sounds like a really good scheme, actually. Like, wait, why haven't I done this? I borrow 5 quid from you. I can turn it into 10 quid, sure. I'll go up to my other mate, get him to invest 20 quid, and then I use...
I just realized he's playing these. I didn't even take notice.
To actually, give back to the first guy so he doesn't rat on me. This sounds like a great system. The problem is, word eventually does get around, and also you kind of run out of people to manipulate as well. And that's usually why, in a lot of these cases, why people get exposed for these Ponzi schemes. And also, the biggest fear for anyone running a Ponzi scheme, a lot of investors might get cold feet and pull out at the same time. So you're basically in negative money, and you still have to pay back the last people that you scammed. And in that case, you'll probably get caught, like, for example, how Bernie Madoff did, and Charles Ponzi, hence the name.
Madoff? Why is that name familiar?
Ponzi scheme. So now I've explained that, how did Lopez and Mayer pull it off? So if you recall earlier in the video, I did talk about the fact that they would buy a lot of defunct and bankrupt companies. So what it turns out is they were basically lying to investors outright about how much these companies were making. So they'd buy like completely dead companies and then say to investors, "Oh no, bro, it's pulling in so much money. It was such a steal, bro. Like I don't even know how we did it. There were so many people bidding." But in reality, he was just bidding over like, you know, the last fillet of fish at McDonald's at like 4 in the morning. And obviously these businesses like being fire, they were dead or dying, and then they'd basically just, you know, use a little quick revive or a little syringe to basically turn it into an e-commerce business. And whilst these brands were making revenue, they actually weren't generating any form of profit, which means, unfortunately for them, they were flat out lying, and they knew they were lying to investors. Like, for example, Tony Soprano calls up and let's say,
"Oh man, he's doing another fucking Soprano." Okay.
Guys, I'm in a bad mood. I walked into my kid's room and he's just browsing Reddit. It's this thing called Loser City. And then I got a call from my mom earlier, and she's like, you know, boo-hooing and crying.
"Oh, you never care about me, Tony. Just wait until I'm dead and they use CGI for me in season 3.
I just need to know that the money's good, right?
I do like how the Sopranos community, I feel that none of them have actually watched the show. They've just watched bits off TikTok. Do you know how many times I've been recommended that same clip of Tony Soprano?
I want that prick's face we sort of get.
But basically, when investors would call up and say, "Where's my money? I don't see any money in my bank account," they would then actually take it from other people. Like, for example, outside lenders, cash merchants, and even other investors, which is very illegal. It even says here,
listen, it's already illegal if you get caught.
Consequently, in order to
Nothing
pay
is illegal
interest,
if you don't get caught
dividends,
for it.
and maturing note payments, defendants resorted to using a combination of loans from outside lenders, merchant cash advances, money raised from new and existing investors, and transfers from other portfolio companies to cover obligations. So basically, when they realized they didn't have any money, they'd loan it from other people or go to a pawn shop and, I don't know, they'd pawn off, like basically their mother's jewelry or something at this point.
I thought I said the porn shop. I was so confused for a second.
Obviously, for there to be growth in an economy and to feed the glorious billionaires that run this planet, there has to be an increase in profits, and there weren't any. The money wasn't growing, it was just being shifted around while they pocketed some themselves. But it's really surprising that it seems that if this is true, the bubble didn't actually pop. No one snitched. The SEC just somehow caught them. Now, the thing is about Ponzi schemes, they do seem great, genuinely. Okay, I shouldn't be saying that. In a video game, Ponzi schemes sound great. I just think the scary thing...
Where are you going with this, Pyro?
thing about them is, looking into it, it's kind of like the mob.
Ponzi schemes? Hold on. Let me cook.
Once you join, you can never leave. Because, like, how are you going to leave a Ponzi scheme? Your investors are screwed. Like, you could pay them off, but then you'll always...
That's the point. You can't leave it.
Be paying off other people previously, and you won't be in any... I mean, you've been pocketing some money for yourself, sure, but it'd be nowhere near enough to pay back every single person that has invested in your company, because the people that you've taken the money off, you need to use that to pay the old people. So it's like, you make insane amounts of money, but it seems like you never actually get to leave until you get caught. So the SEC claim that they defrauded investors for around $112 million.
Yeah, could be worse.
That is like a 30-second ad placement in a Mr. Beast.
I'm looking at GamerSupps here on because Twitter was telling me to look at him.
You know, I'm just gonna say for Ty, I really hope he's got a lot of money in funds, man, and not in stocks, because oh my god, that Lamborghini you were
I saw the
chilling,
Silver Veil Sleep one, and now I'm looking for it.
He's just there, and he's like, here in my garage, and it's just like empty. There's just no car there.
But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge.
Now you think out of 112 million, you know, like the Ponzi scheme, you only pocket
knowledge
a bit. You want to stay under the radar. They pocketed $16 million of investors' funds just for themselves, and then $5.9 million worth of payments were paid in a Ponzi-like fashion. Now, I would like to say this has not been confirmed yet. This is just what the SEC is accusing him of. Maybe he's been framed. Why would the man who was in his garage with a Lamborghini telling you to read a book once a day, why would he defraud people of money? He wouldn't do that. Ty Lopez would never do that.
Ty Lopez is my homie. He would never.
Ty is in a very bad situation.
Makes me think of Shade. Hitler is my friend. He would never.
Because it's like, if he's proven guilty, it's over. Because the worst thing you can do is make more
I
money than
actually love that
billionaires.
clip
You
so
basically
much,
get
it's so
tried
funny.
for second-degree murder. But then, even if he's found to be innocent, I feel like his reputation would definitely have been tanked somewhat as well because of all of this. So, Tai Lopez, if you're innocent, Godspeed. Buy yourself another Lamborghini.
Or maybe another.
Now,
What did I even click on? Or maybe another garage for his Lamborghini. I mean, come on, we have to think about this now, Pyro. He has to get a Lamborghini to fit, or to get a garage to fit his new Lamborghini. So he'd have to buy a new multi-million-dollar mansion. I'm just saying. In fact, I think inevitably, when Ty is proven innocent, they should give him $117 million. Just because. Anyway, knowledge. Alright, we're going to gamble for about a half hour. Why did I close this? Hold on, I need to open it. Here. Are we good? There will be no volume because last time I was playing I muted the volume. Because I was so sick of hearing the start losing my mind. New run. We'll play normally. Settings. We'll put it to 30. The fan can be quite annoying. Okay. I need to change category. Immediately I see the clicker. I'm a fan of the clicker. Okay. Personal trainer, clicker, little star, red pepper. These are all nice. I'd probably take you first, but then my luck is super low. You know? So I wouldn't really be hitting 5 patterns. It's fine. You'll buy it. 5. I need what is it? 75? I've been playing with bones, the corpses for a while, so I don't remember the death amount. I think it's 75. Wait. 75, 200, 666, 25, 1250. Or, yeah. Is it 100 after? No, it's 33, 66. 100, and then it goes to like 1.2 million or some shit. Anyway. Yeah, since we have him, we might need to do some luck stuff to take full advantage of it. I mean, the best run I've ever had in this game, I was basically abusing the merchant, the naughty dealer. Probably should have saved the monies on a reroll. Forget about the pepper at the start, because I might get fucked here. We'll see. 4 spins to make $20. Okay. Oh. Oh dear, we've lost. Huge. I hate how long that takes. Unless... No, I was going to say maybe I'll get the... Either the Ankh or the the briefcase. Do normal. I think we're doing a luck build. Oh yeah, we're definitely doing a luck build. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to do 1 3 spin though to get both of the items I want. That's nice, and that didn't even have a luck modifier on it. Nice. I know I'm saying nice is guaranteed to play. I think that pays the debt, isn't it? Yeah, cool. I can finish early. But then I would lose then I would lose these. So I'm gonna just do 3 spins. Because I don't, the money doesn't matter. If I get money, great. If I don't, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get the items. I guess you're more important first. The only thing is it has to be an eye. It can't be anything else. It has to be these. But it doubles everything, so it's like, it's pretty fucking big. There we go. Whenever you end a deadline, the calendar increases all symbols by their base value. Little Star will be a pain in my ass. Actually, Little Star would make it literally impossible for me to... Or not literally, would make it almost impossible for me to hit eyes. A symbol multi this early would be huge. Yeah, we'll take the symbol multi. Oh my god, there's another two. The Steam Locomotive and the property certificate are really nice. How many tickets do I need? 4, and I have 1. I could do 3 7s if needs be, so I'm fine in that aspect. I probably will be in the green pretty quickly because of the luck and modifier. Oh. Oh my gosh. That time I did change it. I think I just forgot to click OK. I could cancel instead. I love OBS. It's not even OBS, it's me. Whatever. It's not like I'm uploading this. I might take a clip from it, but whatever. You're more important to get first. I think for shits and giggles, I'll just do a 3 spin. Locomotive definitely won't proc, but I want the tickets. Do I just finish early? Yeah, get 4 tickets out of it. Might as well. I'm gonna put you in the drawer. Oh, you're really nice. Oh, and you're pretty nice as well. Anyway. Make 2 charms in the store free. This is the only charm I want. Okay, there actually are some nice ones there. Here, make 2 of them free. I'm not too sure about you, but the calculator is a really nice one. Damn it. I actually want actively to hit no patterns. Which I will on the last spin. Like it's almost guaranteed. Because technically I can still hit it, the 666, so it's not guaranteed. Nice. Yep. That's most of the money I need. Yep. Yeah, see, I would take that if I actually had a decent chance for 7s. All symbols. Oh, I thought you were the other one. Oh, I mean, symbols works too, I guess. I thought it was the pattern one. This is 2. Shit. Damn it. 1. 1. 2. Maybe. 3. Nice. Huge. I have the money, don't I? I need to make 20 bucks. I think I can do that. Just about. Well, there we go. I made the money. Two. Nice. 3. Can we get one more? Nope, no we cannot. That's a really nice jackpot though. That super jackpot, by the way, I found out yesterday it can go way higher than super. I think it can hit 5 times is what I procced it for, and it's called like Omega Jackpot or some shit. You get an achievement for it. Anyway, I can pay the next like 2 deadlines. Which he's gonna ask me, do I want to for the memory pack. Treasures manifest more often. Pay it, get my tickets back. Yeah, I want a memory pack. What do we get? Double the chance of 666. Speculative increase. No, reroll. Treasures again. Treasures are bigger from 21 to about 30. Yeah. I think 28 and 29. Yeah. I think we do a treasure build, boys. I think that's the strat.
Let's go gambling.
Why is it proccing so much? Bro, I've had a... Okay, 1. Well, shit. Last spin. $3,000 in 2 rounds. No, I don't need big $3,000 in 2 rounds. Nice. Pentagram, you're 2... No. I thought you were the 2 pattern one. The cross is really dangerous. Like, it is really dangerous. Why am I at 2 spins? Sorry, what the fuck did I buy? Oh, it's my coins. I can't afford it. Yeah, that's fine. 666 first time. I am good, right? Yeah, interest covers me. Okay. So I could completely botch this and I'd still be okay. Well, shit, diamonds are now far more valuable than treasures, aren't they? Yeah. I'll roll again just to be able to turn the cross around. Because when it's down, it gives me like 2% 666, but when it's up, I get a symbol multiplier or pattern multiplier. Actually, I always have the pattern multiplier, it's just I only get the increase when I turn it around. Alright. Decent progress in next deadline. There you go. Gambler, double value of lemons. Ooh, the ancient coin is going to be nice. I can get rid of you. You're probably the least important item there. And you're only giving me 2s now, so you've kind of served your purpose. What else do you have? Diamonds Manifest, sure. I don't want to spend more than that. You are really nice. I'll take it over you for symbol multi. Because I can get gold other ways. Free spin plus luck. Calculator's only like 35% chance. Why is it proccing so much? Again, I'm not complaining, just like kind of scary statistically. That was kind of mid. Alright. Go again. Wow. A whole 180? That's decent. Activate the coin. So now my last spin is actually 11 luck, because you're 7, that's 4. Almost 666. $6,000. Ooh. Actually not looking great. I need $4,000, well, $2,000.
Let's go again.
Okay. Knowing me, I'm going to get all the money I need and I'm going to hit a 666. I've yet to hit an eye, by the way. Hissy activate on that one, man. Okay, we have the money at least. There we go. Oh my god, all of those are shit. I'll save, give me my money back until like the end. If I'm doing really poorly, I can hit it and then pay off the debt, hopefully. Yo, fucking diamond pants. Hell yeah. It's fine, we have one more spin. That's most of the money back, I think. Aww. I was just gonna take that one back, but... Oh, put in drawer. There you go. Usually I'd wait till the end, but I'd rather get my multiplier. It's pattern, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. That's nice, I guess. So where's my 666? Wow, lemons, I'm so happy. Alright, we're good. That got me for like a second. Here, I'll double it now. Aww. Sevens manifest more often. Sure. In that case, just deposit the money I don't need. I won't throw you away. And I'll get that one.
Let's go again.
I'll wait till the end, turn the cross upside down. Oh no, died. I have a free slot available. I have 2 free slots available. But I have 2. Oh, I put the eye in the drawer and didn't replace us, that's why. I think. Unless I'm blanking. Amazing. That's solid. And it pays my debt. Interest pays it as well, so it's fine if I get 666. What did you give me? Possess cell phone evil deal. Double the chance of seeing 666. Double symbol and pattern multiplier. Your interest, the ticket to earn at the end of every deadline. At the begin of every deadline. Oh, double everything. And I get 2. What do you mean 666 can be accumulated? Oh, right. Grand 666 next spin. I could see why you would want that. There are some items that give you huge benefits if you hit a 666. Not many, but there are some. I'm at 7%. That is really high. But also my pattern is 5 and that's 12. So I probably should get a 666 safe item though. Like the Bible. Or some shit. Or maybe the raccoon tail, because at least then I'll get a 10 luck on the next one. Like after the 666. Yeah, it's fine. Interest pays. Oh wow. This is max luck, yeah. Max is 15. Or 15 guarantees a jackpot. I don't know if it's max, you could probably go higher. As in, like, there's no point in going higher. I'll try and build up money. Yeah. I'll try and build up money for the next deadline. I also want to turn that cross around. So you should be 6. Yep. I mean, if I lose the money, so be it. I'll be safe, but I'd like to build up some. I got like no money, but meh, whatever. Increase charm space. I can make you 70%. You're not permanent, so I can't throw you away. I might lose here because I need to make 600,000 in 21 spins. Ooh, 29 grand, it's fine. Oh wow, lemons, I'm so happy. Fuck you. Yeah, 100k. 500k in 18 spins. This. We'll see though. It's possible, just unlikely. Depends on if the eye wants to proc or not. Amazing. It's 11 luck. Sorry, this is 11 luck. The last one was 7. I mean, 56 is nice, but it's not half a mil. I need to earn 3, because interest, I need to earn 300k. Oh my god. It actually procced. I didn't realize I could multi-proc. I don't think I'm saved, but the odds are a lot more in my favor. Half. Oh no, that's almost entire. Huh. I did not realize you can proc. Multiple times. Not familiar with your game. Double the value of sure. You again? Oh yeah. Not ideal, but I'm gonna hit you immediately. Just to bring that down. Oh, it's 14 luck. See, this is decent money. Yeah, 3 mil is a decent bit of cash. I think the eye should start proccing now, right? Yep. It's not only an eye. Again, not only an eye, but we still take it. Aw, pity. Well, that is a lot of money. Holy shit, jackpot is 160. Multiply that by 7, so jackpot is almost 1,000. No, jackpot is 1,000. Interest being that high is actually really nice. That makes my soul happy. I would love to get rid of you though. I think you would probably be, if I get rid of anything, that would probably be the next thing to nuke.
Let's go again.
1, 2. Can we only hit eyes though, please? That works far better for me. Thank shit. I didn't see the clover. Damn. Oh. Oh no, minus 15 million. Oh, fuck you. I wouldn't play, but I'm gonna play just to turn the crucifix around.
Let's go gambling.
Oh no, it's already the right way. Okay, I'll wait till the end then. I was going to turn it immediately, but I didn't realize it was already pointing up. Thanks for the lemons, asshole. Okay. We might get the eye next. I don't know what number we're on. Oh well. We got a bit more than the eye. How much is jackpot? Let's see. 800. I'm still 7 million short. But it's all good. No, we don't want lemons to manifest more often, thanks. I think you might be the thing, because that'll give me pattern multis. I don't like doing this every time I pay. I lose 2 symbol multi. The end of every round. Put in the drawer. Just to save as many as possible. And let's see.
Let's go gambling.
So my crucifix can't be turned around, so just wait till the end, as per usual. Oh no, my $0. It's leaving me. Seven luck. 1. Shit. Am I back to 1 or does this count as 2? It has to be consecutive, so I'm back to 1. Doesn't fucking matter, does it? Damn. This is going to be some fucking gamble. Okay. I have to click you immediately. Make my 666 not actually horrible. 1. 2. Fucking cherries. 40%, actually 50% to get the things I need. I don't get it. Alright, let's see. Those fucking cherries. Okay. I'm going to need, like, 4 jackpots. Piss off. Well. Let's hope God himself comes through. God is not coming through today, boys. This is so bad. Oh, thank you for the Clovers game. It's so Jover. Amazing. One of the least useful jackpots I could have gotten. Not enough coin. Just out of curiosity, what do I get? Alright, that was a good enough run. I just wanted to do one good run or some bad ones. I'll check the items. Oh, you know what? We actually might start this one next time. Yeah, next time we do this, we'll start on this one. I have 126 or 160. Wow. Okay. That was nice. Anyway, thank you to everyone who tuned in, and I'll see you all. Maybe not tomorrow since I streamed today, but we'll see.